Hey guys, welcome into the Outspoken Sportscast. This is your host Brian, and I am on solo this weekend. And I didn't have time this week to really make a long show or anything. But what I wanted to get on here, I had to get on here and talk about the biggest headline of the offseason in the NFL, and the biggest headline going on is Aaron Rodgers. Okay, don't think I'm on here only to talk about my favorite football team, the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, as you can see, if you've listened to this podcast, you know I'm a cheesehead, and that's die hard. So let me talk to you a little bit here about Aaron Rodgers. This situation, we're going to go through some of the drama in Green Bay, and the question of the day for me is, what would you do with Aaron Rodgers? And what should the Green Bay Packers do with Aaron Rodgers? All the drama and everything at the end of the day. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We got the cap issue with Green Bay. We got different things going there. So let's get into it, guys. Welcome in. It's the Outspoken Sportscast. This is episode number 104. All right, guys. Well, this all, with Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers, it may have been festering with Aaron Rodgers in the organization before this key moment I'm about to talk about in a second here. I'm not even going to mention the fact that Mike McCarthy got fired. I believe that Aaron Rodgers wanted him gone, and I wanted him gone as well. So that was good. His time needed to go, and I believe that the rumors and the reports that there was beef between Coach McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers, due to, even though the Aaron Rodgers says there wasn't, I believe there was, and it ultimately led to the head coach being fired, which I'm fine with that. He got fired, and I told my wife after when they lost against the Cardinals in that game at home, I said, if they lose this game before they lost it, I said, babe, if they lose this game, guaranteed you, Coach McCarthy is going to get fired. They lost the game. Coach McCarthy got fired. That is what it is. So Aaron Rodgers had some beef back with the organization then, I believe, and it kind of festered. And this is kind of the tipping point, in my opinion, is the Packers drafted quarterback Jordan Love April 23rd in the 2019 draft. And this is coming after Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers came out and said, I want to play late into my 40s. Into my 40s, well past 40 years old, and I think I can play at a high level. We've seen Tom Brady do it. The way that these players take care of their bodies nowadays is a big difference in back in the day, and even hitting, right? Even getting hit, and the quarterback position's been protected nowadays like it's never been before. So they can play a little bit longer. And Tom Brady has played fantastic levels at an older age, and Aaron Rodgers wanted to do the same. So in this draft, I was shocked, right? I was shocked about this pick. We had a chance to go get a wide receiver for Aaron Rodgers to help out this offense. We went with a quarterback. Now, I don't blame the Packers for going after a quarterback, because at that time, Aaron Rodgers' numbers were not Aaron Rodgers like. They were better than a lot of quarterbacks out there, but they were not. You could see him falling off. And I do not blame the Green Bay Packers for drafting a quarterback and thinking of, hey, Rodgers has fallen off the last couple of years. We've got to do something for the future. So they drafted Jordan Love. There was rumors just came out the other day that the Packers tried to trade Aaron Rodgers to the Chargers for Justin Herbert. They declined that trade. I don't know if that's true. That I read that in reports came out. I wish we had Justin Herbert right now. As far as his age wise, he's got a long football career ahead of him. But then Rodgers comes out after they drafted, says he was surprised. He came out and like, I'm not pleased with this pick, but it is what it is. I will reach out to Jordan Love, and he's done that. And that he said he's done that, and he reached out to Jordan Love. And Well, after that, Rodgers that season, he has MVP season. Great season. His numbers are fantastic. And I truly think he had a chip on his shoulder from the Jordan Love hire, and he wanted to prove the Green Bay Packers organization wrong. And he had an MVP season. He wasn't doing that 2 years before. Um, Now, look, before I go into this, I love Aaron Rodgers. Okay, I think Aaron Rodgers is fantastic. Um, I am not on here to be an Aaron Rodgers hater. I'm going to go through the drama. I'm going to give you my opinions on it. And I'm going to give you my opinion at the end of the day, what I think the Green Bay Packers should do and what I think the Green Bay Packers will do. Are they going to line up together or not? We have to wait and see. But I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, die hard. But I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you. I'm not going to be a homer. Um, I will call out Aaron Rodgers when he has some flaws. It is what it is. That's what true fans do. They don't just drink the Kool-Aid and think everything is fantastic. But Aaron Rodgers has a great year. I believe he played, he played to not spite the team, obviously, but he played knowing that chip was on his shoulder. I'm going to go ahead and show you what guys I can still do. I can still play at a very high level. I do not blame the Packers though for drafting a quarterback because the fact, like I just talked about, Aaron Rodgers had dropped off number wise the last 2 seasons, and he even joked when he said, "My bad years is better than most quarterbacks out there," and that's totally true. That's totally true. But they lose to the Bucks January 24th in the NFC Championship game. This is a game that I think Aaron Rodgers choked it. Okay. Matt LaFleur made a questionable decision to not go for the touchdown at the end of the game. Aaron Rodgers, a lot of people criticized him for not rushing, trying to run for that touchdown, but instead on third down he threw it away, or he threw it and it didn't get caught. So I don't think Aaron Rodgers would have made the end zone. I'm not blaming him for running that ball, right? I'm not. That's just not going to happen here. Matt LaFleur was mad that he didn't go for the touchdown. They went for the field goal to try and stop Tom Brady and get the ball back. Very questionable decision right there. But Aaron Rodgers, the defense gave you 3 interceptions, and you did diddly squat with him. Diddly squat with him. Period. In a discussion. There were some questionable calls on defense. Our defensive coordinator got fired basically because of those calls. So the loss is on coaching. The loss is also on Aaron Rodgers. He had a good defense. He had a good offense. They choke the game away. Even there's Aaron Rodgers on the sideline. Go out there and stop him, and he's on the sideline trying to cheer on his defense. Go out there and get me a stop. He's patting on the chest of defense. They gave you 3. They gave you 3 turnovers and you did nothing with them. Okay. That game was a big disappointment. I believe we were the better football team and we lost. That was disappointing. After the game, though, Rodgers says his future is uncertain. Like a lot of players on the Packers, we had some contract issues and some things going on, and who's going to come back, who's not going to come back. That blows up. Oh, is Aaron Rodgers wanting to leave? Is there drama? Is there, does Aaron Rodgers like Matt LaFleur? Does he get along with the new GM? Is this starts all this, I guess, snowball going down the hill and brings up question marks. And is Aaron Rodgers want to be in Green Bay anymore? Right? Those are the questions popping up. What is going on with Aaron Rodgers? April 29th, reports from Adam Schefter surfaced saying Rodgers wants out of Green Bay and that he's played his final game in Wisconsin. Okay. I first heard this. I didn't think much of it. Of course, was I worried? Yes, because you have a great quarterback and you don't want him to leave. But Adam Schefter, I used to really like Adam Schefter, but he's come out with some reports in this situation that have completely false or not true at all. And this was dropped on I believe draft night, that Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. Rodgers isn't happy. Um, Rodgers wants, his biggest issues wants more input on who, players and personnel and everything like that. I didn't know if Rodgers was gonna sit out or if he was gonna show up and play. Nobody knew. We were kind of in limbo. How do we feel about that as Packer fans and everything in between? Then reports come out, if the GM is fired, then Rodgers will come back. Apparently, Rodgers really doesn't like uh, Brian Gutekunst, the GM of Green Bay. He was butthurt that Brian didn't call him on draft night and tell him, "Hey, we're going to draft Jordan Love here." He was upset about that, and I get it. Maybe it's a respect thing. They probably should have called Aaron Rodgers, but the quarterback is not going to pick the GM. It's just not going to happen. And you cannot, as a Packers fan or anybody out there, look at these reports and not think something's up, right? Look at these reports and not think that Aaron Rodgers isn't happy, not think that there's some bad blood in the water between the two, and who knows if it's mendable, but to them too, the head coach, organization, front office, and Aaron Rodgers. And I think Brian has done a fantastic job, the GM of the Green Bay Packers, of drafting. I think he's done one heck of a job getting players in here. Drafting defensive players have been fantastic. Could they draft some offensive weapons? Okay, you can give me that. Maybe they should. They were thinking about the future. They drafted Jordan Love because Aaron Rodgers' numbers were falling off a little bit, and they thought Aaron Rodgers might have been done. Aaron Rodgers, though, won MVP, took him to the NFC Championship, choked that game away. Reports surfaced that Aaron Rodgers isn't happy and he wants the GM fired. Now, the GM is not going to be fired because Aaron Rodgers says so. It's not how it works. May 24th, Aaron Rodgers does not show up for OTAs. Aaron Rodgers has never missed OTAs in his entire career. He didn't show up this year. Some fans still think there's nothing wrong because you're oblivious to what's right in front of your face. Now, do I believe every report that comes out? No. But where there's smoke, there's fire. So there's something going on between Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. You cannot tell me there isn't at that time, right? You cannot tell me there's not something. June 7th and 10th, Mark Murphy says the situation has divided the fan base, which it has, but it's a dumb thing to say, has divided the fan base. And then he said that Rodgers is a complicated fella, which can be true. I don't know Aaron Rodgers personally, but from all the drama, it seems like can be a complicated guy. Now, is it smart for Mark Murphy to say when your quarterback has not showed up to OTAs and you're trying to figure out if he's going to be your quarterback this season, if he's going to show up? It's not smart at all, you moron. Can't stand Mark Murphy in general, but bad decision to say that, right? July 24th, Last Dance pics on Instagram with Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams pop up saying just basically that, I guess this is the last dance. We all took that as Aaron Rodgers and him saying that this is it. This is the one last year that they're going to play together. And one last chance in Green Bay. July 28th, Randall Cobb is back. And basically because Aaron Rodgers told management, I want him back. Not because he's very good, not because he can help the team out, because Aaron Rodgers wanted his buddy there on the field. Now, I will eat crow when I'm wrong, and I'll eat crow here and say and Randall Cobb had a good year for the Green Bay Packers. He did. He came out, he balled hard, and it's not like I dislike Randall Cobb, but at the time he was older. We just drafted a slot wide receiver out of Clemson, Amari Rodgers, who now his reps are being taken away by Randall Cobb. And I don't know if Amari Rodgers is going to make it. His punt return skills aren't that great, but I want to see him put it back into the offense and play more. So Randall Cobb is there, and they asked the GM about it, and he basically is like, we did it to appease Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Aaron Rodgers also liked Jake Kumro. Oh yeah, I really like this guy. They got rid of him too, but Jake Kumro was bad. He went to the Buffalo Bills, didn't make it. He didn't make it in the NFL. To me, players should have an input, like a say. They should have players of Aaron Rodgers' caliber. They should come up to him and have these meetings with him and bring up maybe who they're thinking about drafting and why they're thinking about drafting that guy in the first couple rounds or whatever, or free agents or whatnot. And the quarterback or whoever the guy is, whether it be, Tom Brady said some say so in Tampa Bay, and Aaron Rodgers wants to say so in Green Bay. But if you look at Aaron Rodgers, like Randall Cobb, and he loves Mercedes Lewis, that's why he's on the team, and um, Jake Kumro. It's like guys that aren't really that great. Guys that are they worth a roster spot for? I don't think players should be GMs and call the shots. I do think they should have an input. Hey, I like this guy, and here's the reason why. Management should look at that and go, okay, well maybe that's good to know. We'll add that into our decision making. But do I think that the quarterback or a different player should have complete input and control over who comes to the team and who they keep and who they don't keep? No, I do not. It just doesn't work that way. Just like Green Bay, just like Aaron Rodgers isn't going to pick a GM. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to get the GM fired. It's just not how it works. We find out July 30th. I believe that's the date. I'm not sure on this one, but Rodgers last year his contract is void, and Packers agree to trade Rodgers if he wants out at the end of the season, which is very interesting to me that they would agree to trade him. This season happens. He wins MVP again 2 years in a row and still loses in the playoffs to the 49ers 13-10 as he fails to put up more than 10 points. He didn't put up more than a touchdown. Mason Crosby kicked in that field goal. They choked. Biggest choke job there was from Aaron Rodgers, I believe. One of the biggest choke jobs. And people can get on here and they can talk about, oh, your special teams. Your special teams is horrible. Your special teams is crap. If Aaron Rodgers, MVP Aaron Rodgers, shows up in the playoffs, we're not talking about special teams. It's not even a mention. It's not even a mention. So don't give me this crap about your special teams. Our defense played balls out. 13. They gave up. Actually, only gave up 6 because the special teams gave up 7. They gave up 6 points. And your MVP quarterback couldn't score more than 10 points. Pathetic. I sat there on the couch watching that game. I stared off into the abyss as we lost. Didn't know what to think. Didn't know what to say. I thought we got the 49ers. We're going into the NFC Championship game. This was the year. They choked it away last year. At least we lost to Tom Brady. This year, you lost to Jimmy freaking Garoppolo, who played like crap as well. Just, I don't even know what to say. And there's a lot of people out there that want to stick up for Aaron Rodgers in this game. Oh, it's a team effort, special teams, blah, 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 blah. No, Aaron Rodgers choked this game away. And it was one of the worst performances we've seen. Force feeding Adams. That's all he did was force feed Adams. Fourth season on the line, 4th and 11 or 4th and 8, whatever it was, 4th and 12 maybe. You throw a bomb where, first of all, Adams couldn't even caught the ball. Into double coverage, trying to force feed Adams when you had Lazard wide open underneath. He did the same thing last season. Get to the playoffs, and it's force feed Adams and Jones. That's it. And force feed Adams. He missed a touchdown last year to Lazard in the end zone in the playoffs against the Bucs. Wide open Lazard, double teamed Adams, throws it to double teamed Adams. But I digress. A little bit ago, the Packers GM came out and said I did not promise that I would trade Aaron Rodgers. Never happened. Which I just talked about that they said they would. That they deleted the last year of his contract. They moved it into signing bonus, and they said if you're not happy at the end of the season, we will trade you to a team that you want to go to. Apparently, GM said that's false. Who knows what was said, right? That's between Aaron Rodgers, his agent, Brian GM, Mark Murphy, and the organization, and probably Matt LaFleur if he had anything to do with that situation. GM now says, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So, very interesting. If Aaron Rodgers decides I want to be traded and Packers are like, well, too bad, buddy. We're not trading you. I don't know what's going to happen. Probably Aaron Rodgers retires. Look, he's already talked about retirement. He said it last year was 50-50 shot of retirement or play again for the Green Bay Packers. Maybe he retires. I don't know. Rodgers went on Instagram and posted about gratitude. It looked like he was saying goodbye to everybody, and everybody was expecting the big moment Tuesday on the Pat McAfee show. And he said, "Hey guys, I'm not, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm not revealing it on the Pat McAfee show today." I told my buddy Jeff Bramble. It's a different Jeff that runs the show. He's a Packers fan that I know. Um, I said I don't think it's going on the Pat McAfee show to demand a trade. That would be too big, right? That would be something you would hear behind the door. That would be something you hear in reports. Not, I think he goes on there to say he's coming back for Green Bay or the contract extension or that he is going to retire. I did not think that gratitude post is what he called it. It's a gratitude post was his retirement. I thought he doesn't do things that we think he's going to do. He's a complicated fella, as Mark Murphy would say, and he's not going to give you any hints or what he's going to do. So we'll see what Aaron Rodgers does. 2020 offensive ranked number 5 in the league. They led the league in points per game. Okay, the Green Bay Packers did. Defensive ranked number 9. You fail to get past the Bucks in the NFC Championship game, and you lose that game when you should have won it. You go on a 2021 MVP season behind you. You play really great again, where you have the best record in the NFL. This team looks really good. The offensive rank number 9, so the offense does not look as great as it did last season, but it's still rolling. Defensive ranked number 9. Top 10 defenses back-to-back years. Top 10 offense back-to-back years. And you can't score more than 13 points or more than 10 points in the playoffs. Guys, I'm not on here to kill Aaron Rodgers, okay? This is not what it is. This is just the facts. This is the facts on the situation that's unfolded, the reports that have come out, whether you believe them or not. I'm just pointing those reports out, the timeline, the behind the scenes stuff that we don't even know about. My opinions on it, my takes on it, my feelings at the time of the games that we lost, the reports coming out. And let me point out one thing too. People want to say that there's the narrative that the Packers haven't ever helped out Aaron Rodgers. And I think it's false. I think it's a false narrative. And they haven't drafted a wide receiver number 1 in like 15 years, something like that. Okay, I get it. Yes, maybe they should have drafted more wide receivers. I believe that not helping out Aaron Rodgers could go to Ted Thompson, could go to old management. I do believe that. But I do not believe that falls upon Brian Gutekunst. The old narratives do not fall into the new management. In my opinion, they don't. You cannot tell me that Brian Gutekunst hasn't helped out Aaron Rodgers, giving him a top 10 defense back-to-back years. Our defensive coordinator made some questionable bad decisions last year. He got rid of him, even though the defense is top 10. Brought in another guy. The defense played better. Ended up being number 9 at the end of the year again. You brought in Matt LaFleur, great head coach. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves because of Aaron Rodgers. right? Anybody can win with Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers, right? That's what they're gonna say. He didn't come close to Coach of the Year this season. He should have. He didn't get close to the voting numbers. So I don't think that narrative is fair to put on Brian Gutekunst and his being the general manager of Green Bay. I like what Brian's done. He's built this defense. Look, Green Bay Packers is the only team in the NFL that can't get under the cap just by moving salaries around. We've done a lot. We've done a lot to open up 20 million, I think, in cap space or something like that. We've done a lot already, but we will have to lose some people to get under that cap number. Devontae Adams wants to be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. Reports are that Aaron Rodgers, even though he denies it, which I don't think he wants to be, but says that he wants to be the highest paid quarterback and wants $50 million a year. First of all, I think that's fake. Devontae Adams wanting to be paid number one, I think that's real. Aaron Rodgers wanting to be the highest paid, I think that's false. We offered him to make him the highest paid last season. He turned it down. I guess we'll have to wait and see. If we do give him an extension and it makes him the highest paid quarterback, then maybe we look and go, maybe he was full of crap when he said it wasn't about the money. And maybe it's not about the money for Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully his new contract with Green Bay, if that's what they do, will help us out and be able to keep Adams, to be able to bring back some key players. We're working on a deal with DeAndre Campbell, who it was a beast last season. We're probably going to lose Zadarius Smith, who I hate to lose, but we cannot afford his contract. There's been no contract talks with him. He's deleted everything off Facebook with the Green Bay Packers. There's a lot of stuff we got going on. But the Green Bay Packers, I'm going to repeat that again, the only team in the NFL that if they just move around salaries and money can get under the cap. They're going to have to lose some players to do so. What players? Well, that's Brian and LaFleur's job to figure out who they can lose because they're all in. They're saying we're all in. We're not going to lose. We're not going to lose a lot of guys, and we're going to keep going and fighting for the Super Bowl and everything else. And maybe that's true. There's reports that that no one in Green Bay trusts Jordan Love. And maybe that's why they want to keep Aaron Rodgers. They're scared of what Jordan Love will look like on the field. Look, I'm willing to give Jordan Love some time, okay? I'm not on here trying to kill Jordan Love and say he's a bad football player. The eye test tells me he's not going to be good. I want to watch him and give him time because I don't think he's had a fair shot to prove himself. But the eye test tells me he's not there yet. And I think Green Bay really believes that as well. I do believe that report. Now, the reports where there was talks between Green Bay and a couple of teams to trade Jordan Love. There's been a lot of reports about teams that have offered their offer for Aaron Rodgers. If he's on the trading block, they have made their offers for Aaron Rodgers. So my question to you, if you're a Green Bay Packer fan or not a fan, it doesn't matter. If you're a football fan, and I've asked my buddy this, and I've asked my couple buddies this question, and I've got different answers. What would you do? Would you keep Aaron Rodgers at all costs necessary? He is by far and one of the best quarterbacks to ever play his football game. You can hate him. You don't have to like him. Maybe he's not a likable guy. I don't know. I don't care about that. But he is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game, period. To me, he's the best thrower of the football I've ever seen. And I'm just telling you how it is. I'm not trying to be Homer. I've said a lot of bad, negative things about Aaron Rodgers, and I'm not trying to be no Homer. But he is, in my opinion. Mahomes is coming up to maybe catch him some throws that Mahomes makes. But Aaron Rodgers made some throws in this league that just my jaw's on the floor. Like, how in the world does this guy make that throw? Or do you Green Bay? If you're Green Bay, do you trade Aaron Rodgers? What is it going to cost to keep him? You're going to lose a lot of players and not be a competitive football team, and then it goes back to the same narrative of Aaron Rodgers didn't have enough help, right? That's been the narrative for a long, long time. Is Aaron Rodgers doesn't have enough help. Are we ever going to get over the hump? Look, we've been a successful franchise. There's a lot of teams in the NFL that wish they had the Green Bay Packers problems, that wish they've been as successful as we have these for 2 decades. Ryan was on here not too long ago, and we talked about the Super Bowl. We talked about our brackets and the playoffs. And I texted him the other day. I said, "What would you do?" And he says, "You got to take another shot with one of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time." And I can definitely see that. I do not want Aaron Rodgers to retire. Do not want that to happen. I think that's would make me mad more than anything. I, as a Packers fan, will say this and say this with some pain in my heart. But I think Packers should trade Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has proven that he can't get over the hump with us. I don't know if it's us or him or it's probably a little bit of both, right? It's a little bit of mixture of both. I'm not in the maybe you want to call me a little spoiled. I'm not in the good enough category. I don't want to be good enough. I want to be great enough to win the Super Bowl. I want to win it all. I don't want to just be number 1 team in the NFC and lose in the playoffs. I don't want to win our division every year and be satisfied with that because I know we're capable of more. Higher standards is what it's called. Higher expectations. And I've had that expectations because I know we have an elite quarterback. We had an elite quarterback with Brett Favre. That was our expectations. What better way? What better way to start a rebuild than trading away the number 1 quarterback in the NFL, the 2 back-to-back MVP, 4-time MVP in the NFL, get everything you can back for him, picks, players, use those picks to build your team, use those players to build your team. If you can, try it, sign and trade Devontae Adams, get back whatever you can for him, and supply this team. Get back under the cap. Give you some money back to keep the defensive players. Maybe sign Zadarius Smith. Bring back guys that you need, and put a team around Jordan Love. And you've got to figure out what you've got in the guy. I think that's the best option for us. And I'm not expecting us to come out and still win games. The rebuild, you don't expect to come out and win games. You expect to come out and see what guys you're going to keep for the future. A rebuild, guys, is going to happen whether it happens now or whether it happens if Rodgers signs 3 years with us or whatever. It's going to happen at some point. We got a good head coach. We got a good general manager. We have a good team around us. If we don't have a quarterback next year, if we don't have Aaron Rodgers and it's Jordan Love, we probably will go 4-13. But that's okay. You get better draft picks. You draft better players. You figure out what your quarterback situation is, and you move on. We moved on from Brett Favre. That was difficult. We were lucky enough to get Aaron Rodgers in his seat and take over. And like I said, I've already said about Jordan Love, I don't think he's the guy. I don't think he's going to be a good quarterback. The eye test tells me not. And the difference is when you go back and if you go watch the Packer game against the Cowboys where Brett Favre got knocked out and Aaron Rodgers steps in, we lost the game. He did bring us back, but we ended up losing that game. You can watch Aaron Rodgers and go, oh, he made a rookie mistake here. Oh, he doesn't look ready. But you could also see, oh, man, look at that throw. My gosh, that was a nice throw for a rookie. Ooh, look at that throw. You don't see that with Jordan Love. You see the mistakes, overthrowing the running back by three yards, this and that. You don't see that. Oh man, that was a very nice pass there. Oh, he's got that arm. I don't see that yet. Not saying he can't be the guy. Just saying I don't see that yet. But with me saying that, I'm still ready for the Jordan Love era because I think it sets us up the best for the future if we trade Aaron Rodgers and we get back all that we can for him. My question to you guys is this: if you don't agree with me, and that's fine, you don't have to agree with me. If you don't agree with me, answer me this question. If Aaron Rodgers couldn't get to the Super Bowl with the two best teams the last 2 years that we've had those are the two best teams we've had. Top 10 defense, top 10 offense both years, and we couldn't sniff the Super Bowl. We couldn't get there. What makes you think he can do it if we have to deplete the football team to sign him and Devontae Adams? Because Devontae Adams is staying with Aaron Rodgers. We have to have Devontae to keep Aaron Rodgers. That's just a fact. I mean, he's not going to play here without Devontae Adams. But if Aaron Rodgers could not get over the hump of the NFC Championship game, couldn't even get out of the second round of the playoffs this year, get us to the Super Bowl with the two best teams that Green Bay Packers have had, what makes you think he can do it with a depleted football team to keep Rodgers and Adams? He can't. He can't. If we keep Rodgers and Adams, we'll be good. We'll be competitive. When you have Aaron Rodgers, you're going to win games. But I will not have any expectations in the playoffs. I won't until I'm proven wrong. That is my question for you guys tonight. If you ask that question around your football buddies, what should the Packers do with Aaron Rodgers? And what would you do? I want to know the answer to those questions, guys. Feel free to message me at outspokensportscast@gmail.com. You can message me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Tag me and all that stuff. You can comment on YouTube. We are on all major platforms. Our podcast is out on major platforms as well. So go listen, go like us. I'm streaming live right now and every episode to YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitter. My question, guys, is this. Again, Packers fan or not, if you're the general manager for the Green Bay Packers, what do you do with Aaron Rodgers? Do you keep him? Do you trade him? And you've got to factor in all those situations, their money issues, who you're going to be able to, who are you going to keep? Who are you going to get rid of? Who are we going to lose? And for those saying you keep Aaron Rodgers, tell me this. What makes you think Aaron Rodgers can get over the hump without key players from the last two seasons? Without the two best teams he's had. He hasn't made it over the hump with the two best teams the Green Bay Packers have had. What makes you think he can do it with a depleted football team? That's my question. And look, I'm not on here to talk about Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. That is the topic. That is the main topic in the NFL right now. So I'll leave that question for you. Feel free to answer it for me if you want. I would love the feedback. I want to know the thoughts and opinions out there. This has divided the Green Bay fan base. I see it on Facebook. I see it out there on social media. There's some Aaron Rodgers homers. There's some Green Bay Packer fans. Homers. It has divided. It literally has divided the fan base. Now, if Aaron Rodgers comes back next year, I'm not going to be sad. I'm not going to not cheer for him or the organization. Obviously, I am. I just think the best thing to do is to move on and trade and get everything you can to start a rebuild now. That's my take on the Aaron Rodgers saga and drama going on in Green Bay. Feel free to message me, like I said, and talk about that or anything else you want. Feel free to do so, guys. Hope you enjoy your weekend. My weekend has started off not so great. We had some ice this last week and we missed on Thursday. So when I miss a day during the week because of weather, I have to make that up. So on Saturday, we made that up today. And usually when you do work Saturdays, it's a 3 or 4 hour route. It's easy peasy. But today I worked 12 hours trying to get caught up and still haven't got caught up all the way. So my day there is not, it's not bad, but it's not too great. Not how you want to spend your Saturday. And me and the wife were supposed to go out. We asked, she got off this today. I asked off for this day. We were supposed to go out and celebrate our 11th year anniversary, but we couldn't do that. So we're doing that tomorrow to celebrate as well. So very short weekend for me. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, though. Don't let that take away from what you got going on. I hope for some warmer weather here in Texas. It's been cold and wintry and icy, and then I hope that that goes away. We're supposed to be in the 70s next week, so hopefully that continues for us. Praying for those out um in the war right now going on in Russia. Um, I am forgetting. I'm forgetting the name. I am super tired today. Um, in Ukraine. I was thinking Turkey. Sorry, I was thinking Turkey. Praying for those out there in Ukraine. No one wants war. I hope that this thing's put to an end, and I pray for all those that are being bombed, that are injured, that are killed, all those families um, that are affected by this. And you see the pictures, you see the videos, and it's quite disturbing that this stuff's happening nowadays. And unfortunately, it's probably going to get a lot worse. Hopefully not, but we'll see. I can lay my head peacefully down to sleep every night, and I thank God that I'm American and that I was born here and not born in those other countries, and they're still dealing with that stuff. And I don't know how involved we're going to get as Americans, but Russia's a I don't know. Do you want to mess with Russia? Does that just something I don't even want to get into and talk about and discuss? But I'm praying for those in Ukraine and all those families. But if you're an American listening to this, thank God that you are born here and have the opportunity that we have to go to bed, rest easy at night, and pray for those families, those kids. Every day, their everyday lives being disrupted and ruined right now. So, guys, it's been a long week. As you can tell, I'm tired. I'm gonna go get some good sleep tonight. Hopefully, go celebrate my anniversary, and then I'm right back to work on Monday. And me and Jeff hopefully will be back on this next Friday night and go from there. Guys, have a fantastic week and God bless.